concern of every generation. Lifelong learning, this is a very interesting aspect for us. When we started exploring lifelong learning as a strategy, we were really looking at the boomers expressing interest in personal development classes. Things like, I always wanted to learn Spanish, I always wanted to use Photoshop, and I had the time and energy to do it. Obviously, with the economic environment, that has changed considerably. Our strategy is being driven much more on re-careering, retraining, certifying, recertifying, and that cuts across all generations, but is of particular interest, as Mary had said, as 401ks become 201ks. With regards to boomer technology, and obviously I'm talking about this as something horizontally cutting across all of these things, but as it relates to the boomer technology vertical, if you will, we're looking at technology really in terms of two buckets. The first bucket is in the area of design and working with OEMs on designing new, interesting, and exciting products. But the key with regards to design is how do we reach the boomer audience in a simple and easy kind of mantra, that we're not over-engineering and that we're making them non-stigmatizing. How do we create products that leverage universal design as opposed to senior design is of critical importance in terms of reaching this audience. So that's on the hardware side. On the services side, it's interesting. Mary referenced the Geek Squad as something that's very popular and something that we are exploring in the area of technical support services. But it's more than just the service itself. It's how the services are delivered. For instance, the concept of peer-to-peer learning and peer-to-peer delivery of service for this market is something we're exploring very closely. So in terms of the technical support or technology support, a 24-year-old person arriving at the doorstep of the home of a 70-year-old to deliver technology advice, there may be a little bit of a generation gap in the delivery of that service. So what we're looking at is how can we link this to our lifelong learning and our employment initiatives to create great employment opportunities for technologically savvy 50+ and also deliver great value to our partners who obviously have a vested interest in this market. So it's a real win-win opportunity with those types of partners. And in the spirit of simple and easy, it's not just the technology itself, but it's the information. Whether it be simple and easy calling plans like our friends at Consumer Cellular, or whether it's the delivery of information, a lot of what we're talking about has to do with helping people understand things through transparency and clarity more than it is in technology, bells and whistles. Then the last one, I might get the hook soon, I see you nodding, Mary. The last one is kind of an interesting one, and it gets kind of stickers, is the whole area of pets. And it's interesting because we never really did much in pets with pets at AARP. It's a $50 billion business. Over 70 million people are dog owners. Over 50 million people are cat owners. And what's interesting is the amount of money spent on both veterinary care as well as you're nodding, you must be a dog owner. It is extraordinary, from vet care to food, etc. And obviously, one of the things that's sort of indicative of this trend is around Halloween at AARP. We did a contest. And it was and I'm a dog owner, I would never do this to my poor cockapoo Norman, but a lot of people apparently do, which is dress up their dogs in Halloween costumes. Well, what was interesting is we had this contest, and for that period, it was the most visited area of our website during that window. Our members love their dogs and are interested in spending a lot of money on them. So the idea around communities and like-mindedness around pets is very indicative of this overall trend. I think somebody had asked Matt earlier the question about social networks. We are definitely seeing that to be a very, very critical part of our long-term lifestyle product development strategy. So this chart really sort of is one way of depicting kind of how we're synthesizing all those trends in terms of the product development strategy. Thanks.